Today, I'm going to be reviewing Transfer, Surge, and Merger by James Keatly and Chris James. I'm going to go through each one individually, starting with Transfer by James Keatly, since that's the first one I played around with. First, I want to show you a clip of me performing Transfer on the streets, and then I'll talk more about it.
So after I do the magic, I get a lot of questions, but one thing I get in this park a lot is, if I give you my dollar, can you turn it to 100? Or can I like manipulate my own money? I'm not at that skill set yet, but I want to show you how I can cheat the system using these debit cards. I'm going to do something with these chips. I know it's a silly thing, but you can make sure it's really on there with exactly...
Yeah.
So I'm going to watch very carefully. We have a black one and a green one. Hold out your hand. I'm going to give you the green card. I want you guys to watch the chip on the black one. Watch. You slowly turn that card over and take a look.
That's crazy.
That's how I double my money.
Double chip.
But don't tell nobody.
That's crazy. That's so cool, man.
Yeah, I really appreciate you guys watching.
Yeah.
I just want to give a quick shout out to James Keatly and Chris James for sending me this product to perform with and review. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. These are the cards you receive when you purchase Transfer. These two are just normal ones. They feel and look just like normal credit cards. They're really cool. These three are gimmicks. This is the one where the two chips end up on one. This one has no chip. And then this one is a gaff one, which you have to buy to see what it actually is. The performance you saw is pretty much the most basic way to use these, which is taught by Pigcake across all three effects. He goes in depth and covers everything you need to know to start performing these effects ASAP, such as how to handle these cards, some color change ideas, a way to take a picture of the card, and through your iPhone you can make the chip disappear on the picture and then it disappears on the actual card. He goes over some visual variations which are pretty interesting, and of course he goes over how to end clean by switching out the gimmick credit cards for normal ones. And then there's a bunch of little tips and nuances he goes over which are really cool, one of which I want to point out, which is this moment where it looks and sounds like I plucked the chip off.
I want you guys to watch the chip on the black one. Watch.
Which he credits to Tony Andreu, and I just thought it was a really cool touch. So that was Transfer. I really enjoyed performing it. Now let's move on. Now we're going to talk a little bit about Surge by Chris James. He has a street performance of Surge, and then we'll get into it.
Show you how I cheat the system even more. You see the chips? I'm going to do something with them. I'm going to show you how I can get more money on the cards. Watch. So if I go like that, one of the chips should have turned 10 times its size. Which gives me 10 times the money, and now it's easier to tap because it's so big. Check it out, check it out.
Yo.
And hold it up for the camera real quick. And you see the chip. It's weird.
Right, how the hell did the chip get so much bigger?
But now I do something else. Have you ever heard of somebody stretching their dollar? Which means like, yeah, metaphorically, like they have a dollar, they make sure it lasts all week or a little money. Right. I'm gonna do that. I wonder if I can do that with credit. So watch the chip. Hopefully I can stretch my credit.
I have no words.
Hold it up for the camera to see.
I have no words. How did he do this?
See, my friend, the last one I have to leave normal because if they catch me with these, I have to switch it really quick so I don't get in trouble. But that's how I cheat the system. But don't tell nobody.
Stay up, man.
Guys, thank you so much.
Keep doing what you're doing, bro.
With Surge, you could take the chip on your credit card and enlarge it by 10 times its size, as well as taking the chip and stretching it. Two really cool visual moments. These are the cards you get when you buy Surge. You get the card with the expanded chip. You get the card with the stretched chip. You get a normal card. And then you get another gaff card, which again, you have to buy to figure out what it really is. Of course, you can use these cards individually, but I really love twisting the aces and performing the Elmsley count. So I gravitated towards one of the routines Pigcake taught by Chris James, which is cleverly named Twisting the Chips. I thought it was really cool. It lets you use all the cards in the set and allows you to create a couple of cool moments for your spectator. Beyond this routine, Pigcake also teaches how to use the cards on their own to stretch or enlarge the chip, as I mentioned. He teaches some visual color changes. They teach you another way to use your iPhone to take a picture of the card and enlarge the chip. Of course, he goes over how to handle all the cards properly, and also, just like Transfer, how to switch the gimmick cards out for the normal ones so they can be examined. So whether you want to use all these cards together, to make a routine like you saw, or use them individually. No matter how you play it, you're gonna leave your spectator with a WTF moment every single time. Now, we're gonna move on to Merger. Merger is a combination of ideas between James Keatly and Chris James. What you receive at Merger is a couple of extra gimmicks to expand your options. These little tools let you take the effects even further. These are the extra little gimmicks you get with Merger. You get a miniature version of the normal credit card you get with Transfer and Surge. You get a mini credit card where the chip is expanded and 10 times its size. These are 2 chip stickers which you could put on your own credit cards to do transfer without the gimmicks. And this is the stretch gimmick used to stretch spectator's chip on their card. It's gold on this side and silver on this side. In this tutorial, Pig Cake is with James Keatly, and again they go over everything you need to know to perform this ASAP. They show you how to use the stickers and how to apply them. They show you how to use the stretch gimmick, and a couple of bonus ideas like how to use the Rub-a-Dub Vanish to turn one of the credit cards mini, and just a couple of other sneaky touches that I know you will enjoy. So out of all these, I just gravitated towards the mini credit card. I like that a lot, and I just went off that. What I'm gonna do now is show you 2 clips back to back of how I use the mini card to segue into transfer and then segue into twisting the chips. In the first clip I'm gonna show you, I used an idea from Surge, the iPhone camera trick that I was mentioning, but I used it to make the mini card large. I love opening with it because it transitions beautifully into whatever effect you're gonna do next with whatever routine you choose. And for the second performance, because it's me, somehow I'm always gonna find a way to integrate regular card magic into whatever I do. So I used Tool by David Stone to create a really cool visual moment. I built it up with a basic ambitious card routine and then transitioned into transfer. If you're familiar with Tool, any version like Tool will work. Of course a wallet would have been better, but I did not have that. So this is what we got, and I think it played well. I'm gonna show you both clips in full so you could see Transfer and Surge in action again. So let's check those performances out.
I have this. I know it sounds very strange. Have you ever seen a mini credit card?
Nah.
Check it out, check it out. So the banks are trying to give these out because they want people to have more credit cards, which means we'll spend more money. So they said, how do we do that? We send them minis, and then they can fit a lot in their wallet. I'm gonna show you how I'm a magician, and if I don't want to work with the government, how I can like kind of cheat the system. If I take a picture of it, you see it. But wow, obviously, if I go like this, see the illusion is it's normal size.
Yeah.
See, but with illusion and a little bit of magic, look what I could do. I could make it jumbo. Check it out, make sure it's real. And I actually have a couple more cards in my, hold it up to the camera so you can see it. And that's how I make these mini cards big, because I don't want to carry no mini cards.
Yeah.
But now I have a bunch of these, and we're going to focus on the chips of the cards.
Okay.
So another way I cheat the system, they say there was $100 on this card, and I wanted more money, or any card. I wave my hand, and what I do is I make the chip go 10 times its size. So now I have all the money I want on this. Check it out. I know it's a weird thing, you know?
Yeah.
We said I made it bigger. But there's another thing. Have you ever heard somebody having $1 and they say I'm going to stretch my dollar to make it last as long as I can? So they want to make their money last. So I figured, what if I could do that with credit? You see that chip?
Yeah.
Watch. See, what if I could stretch my credit? Check them out. Hold them up to the camera, let the camera see. And this one, I leave normal, because if I get caught with these, I get in trouble and I have to switch it out really quick.
Yeah.
But don't tell nobody.
I got you.
Hey guys, I really appreciate you watching.
it.
Thank you so much. Perfect. To the best of your ability, just remember. First I show you, I'm going to put it somewhere into the middle. Even though you start going to the middle, it's an illusion. It's still on top. Okay, I can do it again. I'm gonna do it again. You didn't know what to expect the first time. So into the middle. Can you push it in? And of course, hopefully.
What the heck?
Now I don't want you to think later, maybe I had a bunch of 3 of hearts. Even though you saw them all, right? When you took them out. I'm gonna prove it to you. If I take the 3 of hearts and I place it on the bottom, look.
That's crazy.
But that was just a warm-up. Because actually, since I'm using these cards, I had an idea. Something in my pocket. It's very interesting. Have you seen this? A mini credit card?
No.
So I went to Michael's and they have like a whole aisle of miniature stuff for people that collect the miniature. I had to just check it out. I know it's a little weird. I figured since I'm a magician, maybe I could try to do something cool with it. Where's my box of cards? Can you hold this for 1 second? We're gonna do this so the camera can see a nice little stage. I'm gonna see if I could do a little bit of magic. If I could make that real, that would be awesome. Because then I could just go buy a bunch of these. But watch, with a little bit of cover and some magic. 1, 2, 3.
Literally.
Check it out.
Oh my gosh.
See, now I can make real credit cards and go spend them.
Hello.
But
Can you make money up here?
Oh, I wish. But let me do this. I have these 2 cards in here. I have 2 more. I made a bunch of them big. So I have this green one. This is the one I just made. I have this green one too. So say there was money on this, some money on this one, some money on this one. I wanted to get them on the same card. Obviously, I'd have to call the number on the back and then wait for the people to do it. And that would take forever. I'm going to show you how I do it with magic. See the chips? Can you hold out your hand? You put your other hand on top of it. Watch the black chip. See, this is how I transfer money. Can you turn that card over? You see the chip transfers to the card.
Are you serious?
And that's how I transfer the money.
Oh my gosh. Wow. You're really good.
So my final thoughts across all 3, transfer, surge, and merger. These are solid practical effects, 100% commercial, organic, and the perfect everyday carry. Just throw it in your wallet. It takes up minimal space, which is great. It can be performed anywhere, anytime. Practical in the real world, whether you want to do this at gigs, on the streets, or for friends and family. Of course, the best time to use these and perform them is right when you're about to pay for something with your credit card. But honestly, use it however you want. It's very flexible. If this seems interesting to you, I highly recommend you check it out. I'm going to leave a link in the description that will take you straight over to where you can purchase it. The quality of all the credit cards, the mini cards, the stickers, the extra gimmicks, everything is top notch. Of course, the more you use these credit cards, they will just get normal wear and tear like a normal credit card you keep in your wallet, so just keep that in mind. Just like any gimmicks or props, these credit cards will last you as long as you take care of them. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed. If you did and got something out of this, please leave a like and comment. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.